G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC. Thanks for joining me. Just wanted to run you through a custom background wallpaper selection, and I will show you what I mean. Now currently in my pictures folder I have some scattered pictures. Now if we go to change background, and when you go to change background you go to pictures. Now everything in your pictures folder, for example these ones here, are the ones that are scattered everywhere. Now they're just standard, Windows, Vista and XP and all that, but that's just say you've got pictures of family or something like that, and maybe not the type of pictures you want to be shown up in your picture selection. So if you're a bit like me and you like to sort out your pictures and you have them in folders, say Vista and XP, Win 10, let's just sort these out, because this is the way I like to do my pictures, is sort them out into folders, because then you know where to find your pictures, because they might have all different types of numbers from your camera or your phone or something like that. So that way you have all your pictures well organized in here. Let's put 7 in there. Win 10, Win 10, Win XP. I'll put 95 in XP as well. So there we have, the PNGs actually don't show up in the background selection. Let's have a look. So if you've got some pictures there and you're wondering why they're not showing up, they don't show up. They're all PNGs. So the problem with this is having your pictures well organized in folders means that they do not show up under this background picture utility. So what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a folder in our home directory called .wallpaper, and we'll take our favorite pictures, the favorite ones that you may use all the time. This probably works out well for distro hoppers. So I've got mine in wallpapers here. So what we'll do is, sorry, I was meant to actually press the shift button. Copy those into your .wallpaper, paste. Now you probably find that they're still not showing up, of course. So what we need to do is we need to go to our home folder, .local, sorry, maybe no, it's .config. So .config folder. There's a little file here called users directories. So we're going to open that up. In this file we have certain things here that are for certain places, but this one in particular we're interested in is the .pictures. Now that's the .pictures in your home folder. So if we change that to .wallpaper, because it is in our home directory, so the directory is home, instead of the pictures being here, let's have a look. So if we go to home, you got your pictures, and also you've got your .wallpaper. They're all in the home folder. That's called home. So home. So I'm going to make this one .wallpaper, save it. And now under there we shall have, let's close that just in case it needs to be restarted. And under your pictures you have all your custom pictures selections. So if you're downloading any pictures from the internet and so forth, so what you do is you go to your .wallpaper, throw it in there, and job done. It'll be showing up in this background utility, and that way you can have your favourites in the .wallpaper folder, but you can keep your folders also at the same time well organised in your pictures folder. So that way you don't have pictures scattered all over the place, which I find is sometimes an issue with this type of selection. So there we have current picture in focus is a picture by Charlie Henson, and there's a couple of other nice pictures there too, from Karl Schneider. He's done a couple of nice Solus ones just recently, quite nice. And there's a couple more from Charlie Henson as well, that one there, and that looks good. And the name of those of Charlie's pictures are, let's see, Noisy Ant was this one here. The previous one was Timekeepers. He's got the Noisy Dolphin. And then you got Karl's Solus pictures as well, which are quite nice too. So let's have a look at the other one quickly. And there's the dark one. So there's a couple of nice Solus wallpapers there. So I hope that comes in handy for somebody to use. I'll put a link to Karl Schneider and Charlie Henson's wallpapers because they do some really, really nice wallpapers. So go over there and have a look what those guys do. They do some really nice work. One that I do like, I must say, is The City of Dreams by Charlie Henson's quite a nice one. If I can find it, there it is. That's a nice one, that one. So there you go. This custom utility, background selection utility, is found mainly on the Gnome desktop, and I'm pretty sure you will also find this particular use case also on the Budgie desktop as well. So anyway, I hope that helps. Thank you for joining me.